What if the food in your Walmart cart isn't as trustworthy as it seems? Beyond the shiny aisles and tempting price tags lies a story most shoppers never hear. From under-the-radar recalls to supply chain blind spots, from sneaky price increases to eyebrow-raising ingredient changes, there's more happening behind the scenes than meets the eye. In this investigation, we're peeling back the layers to reveal the hidden risks and surprising decisions that could be affecting what lands on your plate. 1. Hidden dangers of fresh produce. The cucumber outbreak. In May 2025, a widespread Salmonella montevideo outbreak was linked to cucumbers grown by Bednar Growers, Inc., distributed through major retailers like Walmart. These cucumbers, sold fresh and often in bulk displays, quickly made their way into thousands of homes across at least 15 states. The CDC and FDA confirmed dozens of infections, with several hospitalizations reported. The risk was amplified because cucumbers are typically eaten raw, without peeling or cooking, making them a direct pathway for contamination. Walmart responded by recalling the affected cucumbers, removing them from shelves, and notifying customers through online alerts and in-store signage. However, the problem extended far beyond raw cucumbers. These same cucumbers were used in prepackaged salads and meal kits sold by other retailers, including Target, which also issued recalls. This revealed the true scale of the contamination, impacting not just fresh produce, but processed and ready-to-eat foods as well. This incident exposed the vulnerabilities of the modern food supply chain. In industrial agriculture, a single farm's harvest can be distributed nationwide within days. Centralized washing and packaging facilities handle massive volumes, and once contamination occurs, it can spread across the entire supply chain, from grower to packager to retailer, before anyone realizes it. Cucumbers in particular pose unique risks. Their textured surface can trap harmful microbes, and because they're rarely peeled, the bacteria can easily transfer to consumers. The FDA suggested that the contamination in this outbreak likely originated from irrigation water, soil, or handling equipment. In some cases, pathogens may even penetrate the cucumber's interior, rendering consumer-level safety measures like rinsing ineffective. This outbreak also highlighted the critical need for rapid traceability in the food supply chain. Under new FDA traceability rules set to take effect in August 2025, produce like cucumbers will require detailed labeling and barcoding to track their journey from farm to table. While Walmart employs advanced tracking systems and AI-driven inventory management, the outbreak revealed gaps in coordination across brands and suppliers. For consumers, the lesson is clear. Food safety doesn't end at the store. A single ingredient can pass through multiple points in the supply chain, ending up in prepared foods under various labels. To reduce risks, consider buying from local or smaller-scale sources, cooking produce during outbreak periods, and staying informed about recalls. This cucumber incident serves as a stark reminder of how interconnected and vulnerable our fresh food systems have become. Even the most seemingly harmless produce can carry hidden dangers, challenging the assumption that home hygiene practices alone are enough to ensure safety. 2. The truth about Walmart's shelf-stable milk. As supply chain disruptions continue to challenge the food industry, Walmart has been quietly pivoting towards shelf-stable milk, a type of dairy that doesn't need refrigeration until opened. Unlike the traditional milk found in the refrigerated aisle, this version undergoes ultra-pasteurization and is packaged in multi-layered, oxygen-resistant cartons, giving it a shelf life of up to 6 months. In 2025, Walmart expanded its pilot programs for shelf-stable milk, focusing on regions with unreliable cold storage infrastructure, such as remote areas and schools. One notable example is its implementation in Texas public schools through the Fuel Up initiative. Reports from the program revealed that shelf-stable milk reduced food waste by 20% and boosted milk consumption among students. Traditional milk often spoils before it's served in high-volume settings, but the extended shelf life of this alternative allows schools to stock up without worrying about daily spoilage. Beyond schools, shelf-stable milk has gained traction among households preparing for emergencies. It's a staple in long-term food storage plans thanks to its durability, calorie density, and lack of reliance on refrigeration. Walmart has capitalized on this trend, featuring the product in emergency food kits sold online. For families in areas prone to power outages or extreme weather, it's a practical addition to their pantry. However, while shelf-stable milk offers undeniable convenience, it's not without trade-offs. The ultrapasteurization process heats the milk to 280 DGF, 138 DGC, for a few seconds, effectively eliminating harmful bacteria and spoilage organisms. But this high-temperature treatment also alters the milk's flavor and nutritional value. Some B vitamins degrade during the process, and the taste is often described as slightly cooked or less creamy compared to fresh milk. The packaging, while designed to protect the milk from oxygen and light, requires careful handling. Aseptic cartons are robust but can be compromised if damaged. Proper storage in a cool, dry place away from sunlight is essential. Consumers should also inspect cartons for swelling, discoloration, or unusual odors before use, as even shelf-stable products can spoil under poor conditions. Walmart's push for shelf-stable milk reflects broader shifts in consumer behavior and food retail. With more Americans prioritizing emergency preparedness, the demand for long-lasting, low-maintenance food options has surged. While this product addresses vulnerabilities in Walmart's refrigerated supply chain, it also underscores the importance of consumer awareness. Shelf-stable milk is a smart choice when used wisely. Tracking expiration dates, rotating stock, and storing it properly are key to making it a reliable pantry asset rather than a potential risk. It's a convenient solution, but one that requires informed handling to truly deliver on its promise. 3. The coffee crisis. What's brewing behind the price hike? In 2025, your morning coffee isn't just a comforting ritual, it's a reflection of global turmoil. The average price for a pound of ground coffee in the U.S. has skyrocketed to $7.00, one of the sharpest increases in recent memory. This surge isn't just about inflation, it's the result of failed harvests, rising production costs, logistical chaos, and shifting trade policy. At the heart of the issue is Brazil, the world's top coffee producer, which has been hit hard by extreme weather. Droughts, followed by unexpected frosts, have devastated coffee crops, which take years to recover. The 2025 harvest is significantly reduced, and experts predict supply shortages will continue into next year. With global demand for coffee remaining high, prices on the commodities market have soared, creating a ripple effect throughout the supply chain. Transportation challenges have only made matters worse. Container shortages, port delays, and rising fuel costs have driven up the expense of shipping coffee beans to the U.S. Once the beans arrive, labor shortages in trucking and warehousing further slow distribution, impacting both availability and freshness. Coffee, especially after roasting, is time-sensitive, so these delays can affect its quality and flavor. In response, Walmart has shifted its coffee sourcing strategy. Instead of relying heavily on traditional suppliers like Brazil and Colombia, the retailer is turning to alternative regions such as Vietnam, Uganda, and parts of Central America. While these sources help keep costs down, they often produce beans with different flavor profiles and roasting characteristics. For loyal coffee drinkers, the change can be noticeable, even if the packaging doesn't highlight the switch. To offset rising costs, Walmart has also introduced new private label coffee brands and value options. While these blends are more affordable, they may come with compromises in quality. Beans grown at lower elevations or processed with less stable drying methods can result in a brew that's less flavorful or more bitter, especially if not stored properly. For coffee lovers who buy in bulk, proper storage is critical. Coffee is highly sensitive to air, light, and moisture, which can cause it to go stale, lose its aroma, or develop sour notes. The best way to store coffee is in an opaque, airtight container kept in a cool, dry place, away from sunlight. Avoid refrigeration, which can introduce moisture, and freezing, which can degrade the oils that give coffee its rich flavor. This coffee crisis highlights how global disruptions can impact even the simplest pleasures. While Walmart's adjustments aim to keep prices manageable, they also reveal the hidden complexities and vulnerabilities of the coffee supply chain. 4. Egg safety scandal, the cage-free illusion. In June 2025, Walmart faced a major food safety crisis when the CDC linked a multi-state salmonella outbreak to cage-free brown eggs supplied by the August Egg Company. These eggs, sold both in Walmart stores and through its online platforms, became the center of a public health emergency. Between February and May 2025, 79 cases of salmonellosis were reported across 7 states, leading to a recall that came too late for many consumers. Eggs are a staple in American households, celebrated for their affordability and nutritional value. However, they're also one of the most contamination-prone foods, requiring strict handling and oversight. What made this outbreak particularly concerning was the cage-free label on the affected eggs. a term that consumers often associate with higher quality, better safety, and humane farming practices. Walmart had pledged to transition entirely to cage-free eggs by 2025 as part of its ESG and animal welfare goals. However, the company recently admitted that meeting this target has been more challenging and costly than expected, delaying the full rollout. This has fueled skepticism about Walmart's ability to deliver on its promises and raised questions about the reliability of cage-free labeling. If the largest retailer in the U.S. can't ensure safety under this premium label, what does that mean for the rest of the industry? The truth is, egg recalls are not uncommon. Salmonella contamination often originates at the farm level, where unsanitary conditions or infected hens can introduce the bacteria. Once inside the supply chain, the contamination is difficult to detect until illnesses occur. Walmart, like many retailers, relies on third-party suppliers to maintain safety standards. But even with contracts and quality checks, lapses happen. What's even more alarming is the complexity of the modern food supply chain. These eggs weren't just sold in stores. They were also distributed online, passing through multiple hands and warehouses. While Walmart employs advanced logistics and inventory systems, ensuring food safety at such a massive scale remains a significant challenge. This incident also highlights a deeper issue: the gap between what labels promise and what consumers actually receive. The term cage-free often commands a higher price, but does it truly guarantee better safety or quality? Transparency around farming practices, testing results, and real-time safety alerts is still lacking, leaving consumers in the dark. To protect yourself, stick to trusted sources, monitor recall databases, and always store and cook eggs properly. But the larger issue is systemic. If even industry giants like Walmart struggle to uphold food safety under premium labels, it's clear that meaningful reform must start at the source, with stricter regulations, greater accountability, and a commitment to public health over marketing claims. 5. The pesticide problem. Bell peppers under fire. In 2025, bell peppers claimed the top spot on the Environmental Working Group's EWG Dirty Dozen list, ranking as the produce item with the highest levels of pesticide residue. This revelation is alarming, especially given how often bell peppers appear in the average American diet. From fresh salads and stir-fries to frozen veggie mixes and pre-made meals, these vibrant vegetables are a staple in many households. At Walmart, bell peppers are among the most purchased fresh vegetables, sold both loose and in pre-packaged options. However, their pesticide ranking raises serious concerns about food safety and the risks of long-term exposure. According to EWG's report, bell peppers tested in 2025 contain traces of up to 115 different pesticide compounds. Some of these chemicals are flagged by the EPA as potential carcinogens or hormone disruptors. While the FDA and USDA deem the individual levels of these residues safe, the cumulative effect of repeated exposure is a growing concern. For families that consume bell peppers regularly, whether in fresh form or as part of frozen meals and salad kits, this means ingesting small amounts of chemical residue multiple times a week. Unfortunately, these pesticides aren't easily washed away. Many are systemic, absorbed into the plant itself, making them nearly impossible to remove through rinsing. Walmart has taken steps to address these concerns by investing in cleaner farming practices. Through its partnership with Plenty, a vertical farming company, Walmart is exploring pesticide-free, high-tech indoor agriculture. These farms use minimal water and avoid harmful chemicals, offering a glimpse of a safer future for produce. However, the majority of bell peppers sold at Walmart still come from large-scale farms in regions like Mexico, California, and Florida. These farms rely heavily on chemical pest control to meet high production demands, especially during peak seasons. Bell peppers, with their thin skin and large surface area, are particularly vulnerable to pesticide absorption. Unlike produce with protective peels, such as bananas or avocados, bell peppers are often eaten whole, raw, or lightly cooked, increasing the likelihood of consuming any residue left behind. Their bright colors and glossy appearance make them especially appealing to families. But this visual appeal can be misleading. A flawless-looking pepper may hide a significant chemical footprint. For those concerned about pesticide exposure, opting for organic bell peppers is a safer choice, as they consistently test lower for residues. Alternatively, buying from local farms with transparent practices can help reduce risks. While Walmart and other retailers work toward expanding cleaner, controlled environment agriculture, bell peppers remain a high-risk item. Until safer options become widely accessible, it's crucial for consumers to look beyond the shine and prioritize informed choices for their health. 6. Canned goods comeback, the hidden risks. As inflation rises and supply chains remain unpredictable, canned foods are making a major comeback in American households. Once seen as staples for emergencies or budget-conscious meals, canned goods like beans, soups, and mixed vegetables are now being praised for their practicality, long shelf life, and consistent availability. According to industry insights, this shift has sparked a surge in demand for shelf-stable foods, and Walmart has been quick to capitalize on the trend. In 2024, Walmart introduced Better Goods, a private label line offering over 300 grocery items, including a wide variety of canned meals and ingredients. Marketed as affordable yet high quality, these products come in sleek, modern packaging and are heavily promoted through Walmart's online grocery platforms, which now account for more than 65% of its grocery revenue. From a logistics standpoint, canned goods are a retailer's dream. They're compact, durable, and resistant to spoilage, making them easy to ship, store, and stockpile. Walmart's AI-driven inventory systems have further streamlined the process, making canned foods a cornerstone of its hybrid retail model that bridges physical stores with online fulfillment. However, while canned goods offer convenience and affordability, they also come with safety concerns that many shoppers overlook. The metal cans, typically made of steel with a thin lining, can react with acidic foods like tomatoes or fruits. If the lining is damaged, corrosion can occur, potentially compromising the safety and flavor of the food. Dents, bulges, or rust on a can aren't just cosmetic flaws. They can be warning signs of bacterial contamination or chemical breakdown. Botulism, though rare, is a serious risk associated with damaged or improperly sealed cans. Public health experts advise consumers to inspect every can before use. Swollen lids, unusual odors, or hissing sounds when opening should be treated as red flags. Even large manufacturers occasionally face sealing issues, leading to recalls of canned vegetables and ready-to-eat meals, including those sold at Walmart. For those relying on canned goods for emergency stockpiles or daily meals, proper storage and rotation are essential. Follow the first in, first out rule to ensure older items are used first. Store cans in a cool, dry place, avoid stacking heavy items on top, and always check expiration dates. Canned foods can be a reliable and budget-friendly option, but they require vigilance. While Walmart's expansion of its canned food offerings meets growing consumer demand, it also highlights the importance of understanding the risks behind the convenience. What seems like a simple solution can quickly become a hidden hazard if safety precautions are ignored. Conclusion: the truth behind the aisles. Walmart's bright aisles and low prices may seem like the ultimate convenience, but as we've uncovered, there's a lot more happening behind the scenes than meets the eye. From pesticide-laden produce and salmonella outbreaks to hidden shifts in sourcing and safety concerns with everyday staples, the food on Walmart's shelves tells a story of a complex and sometimes fragile supply chain. These revelations aren't just about Walmart. They're a wake-up call for all of us as consumers. The modern food system is built on speed, scale, and efficiency, but it often comes at the cost of transparency, safety, and quality. Labels like cage-free or premium don't always guarantee what we think they do, and even trusted staples like canned goods or fresh vegetables can carry hidden risks. So, what can you do? Stay informed, check recall databases, read labels carefully, and don't be afraid to ask questions about where your food comes from. Whenever possible, consider buying local, organic, or from sources with transparent practices. And remember, convenience doesn't have to mean compromise. Your health and safety are worth the extra effort. The next time you shop, think beyond the price tag and the packaging, because when it comes to what's on your plate, knowledge is your most powerful tool. Stay curious, stay cautious, and always demand better.